How's it going, everybody? I'm back in Fallout 4 again at Starlight Drive-In. I'm working on the concession stand building again, so this time I'm actually doing like a gatehouse out by the actual fences that are built here to begin with. And so I imagine this is one of the main entrances to the location itself, so I actually build a little gatehouse out here, and I thought it was a little interesting build. It's not very big, but it works, I think. So as you can see, I just put two foundations down. I was going to put a door frame, but I couldn't actually get it to place, and so I had to find my place anywhere tool. So I just went ahead and placed this on the back side of the build, because this will be on the inside of the wall. The entrance to this little building will be, obviously. And my intentions for this are to actually connect this to the roof area, to the actual area where the guards will be on the concession stand building, the projector building, whichever you would refer to this building as. But I had to make it blend pretty well with that on top, so that'll be coming at the end. I'll be doing a lot of work with the place anywhere tool, and right here I'm using the place anywhere tool to place this up here because I couldn't get things to snap in correctly because it was too close to the building. But this is the location that I actually wanted it, so it's fine. Don't mind using it just occasionally, but also I use a lot of plywood pieces to connect all these bits together later. So my idea for this gatehouse was to kind of have like a checkpoint that you have to check in before you can get into the settlement. And because this is such a large settlement and it's so popular in the wasteland, I figured that there would probably be some sort of pass that you have to get into the settlement itself, sort of like the Covenant. So, or not the Covenant. I think that's just what it's called, is Covenant, not the Covenant. You have to kind of have like a pass to get into the settlement, and this is where you would actually check in, so they can keep tabs on who's all in the settlement at what times, if there's traders coming in, traders going out, everything like that. Maybe they check your weapons out here too. Maybe only the guards are allowed to have weapons in this settlement, just to make it a little bit safer in the wasteland. Of course, people have weapons and stuff, but just lore-wise, we'll just say the guards are super decked out in gear or something. But I wanted to make this a little protected and like have a little spot that people can pass under their IDs or their paperwork or whatever. So I used the wire from the wire fences, and then also these planks from Custom Vanilla Assets. So I wanted to have a little, like a counter where they can pass their stuff over. So I used those next to each other. I picked those up with the concrete wall, like to do the pillar glitch, and I just pretty much moved those into a better position. And this took a little while, getting these in the position that I wanted them, but I eventually get it right about where I want it, which I think it looks good. You can place things on those counters too, or on these planks with the way that they are. And then these were just going to be put in to actually just make it look a little better. Make the wire fence look a little bit more put up instead of just like kind of floating between the two beams. Have wooden planks on the top and the bottom, kind of look like they're nailed into that or whatnot to keep it a little bit more sturdy. And so I tried to use that smaller plank over there, but it wasn't quite fitting, so on this side I went ahead and just used, or on the top part, I just went ahead and used one of the longer beams. And yeah, I couldn't quite get it where I wanted it, so it went a little bit lower than I wanted. But then I had to have a gate, obviously, so I went ahead and went and used this gate. This is just with unlock settlement objects. I was going to pillar glitch it in, but I figured like what would be the point of pillar glitching it in when it'll probably snap in, or not snap in, but just fit in to begin with because it's the size of a wall. And then not only that, but I don't want the wall or the gate to sink. So I fidget with this for a little bit, and eventually I get this right in. And then to kind of fill in the gap between the house, I use these half shack walls and I placed them on a rug. You can sometimes get these to like sit on top of each other, and so right here I'm just messing with these. This took a while, that's why there was a cut and they were already out, is because I messed with them for a while trying to pillar glitch them in and then just place them in, and it wasn't working, so I decided to use a rug. And then as you can see, I could pick up both of them. One was on top of the other, even though it doesn't really look like it. And then I decided I was going to fill in this fence over here with some metal pieces, just some corrugated steel. I figured that it would look nicer than just filling in the gap with some more fences. It would look a little scrappier. Not quite so nice, but you know, nice to me. And so I placed a couple pieces of corrugated steel and I pillar glitched those in, and I didn't quite like the way that they were going in, and they weren't liking it either, so I went ahead and just placed each piece individually. I think that's a better idea anyway, just for the fact that then you can get them really at the angles that you want to connect both of those sides, you know what I mean? So let's talk about, I guess, the timing of this video. So right now it is actually Monday night. As I've mentioned in previous videos, I'm currently working nights, so my schedule is pretty messed up, but I'm trying to make use of the time that I have available to make videos, and especially right now I'm trying to get this week's videos out of the way, so I'll be recording Friday's video as well today. But it's mainly because I want to make time to play the Destiny beta. I have pre-ordered Destiny 2, and I want to have time to actually play that while it's out, you know? So the beta starts tomorrow morning. Well, it's actually currently the 18th. It's like the middle of the night right now, but it starts at 10 a.m. today, I'm pretty sure. It opens, and then it runs until the 21st, and then I think that's when the open beta starts until the 23rd. So I'll have that for about a week. So I'm going to be playing a lot of that. I might try to get some footage of that and just premiere some of the new guns, new missions, stuff like that. Talk about the story of that game maybe, because I really love the Destiny games. I thought that I thought it was a fantastic game, especially gameplay wise. Story not quite so much. Gameplay though, I thought it was a fantastic game. I had tons of fun playing it with friends. That's a huge thing in that game, is just if you can find friends that are willing to like grind the game with you and play it with you all the time, it can be a ton of fun. I actually played it with my brother a lot, so it was a lot of fun to play with him and some of my friends and some of his friends and stuff. We did the raids pretty frequently, and until I think Rise of Iron came out, I was really into the game. So I just kind of fell off of it, and then I tried to get back into it not too long ago, and I was so far behind at this point that I didn't really see a point in me trying to grind to catch up to where everybody had gotten to. And so like I said, this is me trying to connect this top area to the top of this roof. And I used the shack bridge without the supports to actually do that. And some plywood pieces to kind of blend the textures a little bit better, make it look more like a floor rather than a roof. I was really worried about these actually clipping through the floor, or well, the roof, sorry, and because I've had that issue occur before. But yeah, the full tour will be up here in a second because there's not a whole lot more for me to do. But the tour is at night, but I'll go ahead and try to explain everything. I did that just because I liked the lighting that I had done, and I thought that that was pretty nice. The lighting that I ended up choosing to have. So here's the tour. It's not quite at night. It's still, the sun's somewhat up, but not quite like a sunset lighting. It's darker. But yeah, I put a bunch of spotlights up. I really liked the way that it looked. I put a Minuteman flag over here so people coming in the settlement can see who is running the settlement. And then, like I said, it'd be right by the gates. And yeah, it's a pretty simple build besides the gate area. Or well, the window. And I have a little mat in there, so this guy's actually guarding from that position. And I got a little step stool up and some lights shining in. And I've actually taken the time to like equip all my guards with stuff. And you can see there's a little ID in there. That's from Skyline's workshop pack, I think. It's something like that. I'm not sure. But that gate is pretty nice. But it really pulls this all together. And you can see I got a guard up there on the guard post too. Also has a flight helmet. All of the guards in this settlement I have with flight helmets on and some other weird sort of equipment. Most have pipe pistols because I didn't really bother giving them any more gear. And then you can see it's kind of open, but if we go inside, it's pretty simple. It's not meant to be a house, really. It's supposed to be like, if there are other guards, this is kind of a break room, I guess, but there is a bed. I guess I really didn't need to put a bed, but I did. I probably will replace that because, like I said, it's kind of like a break room. But yeah, I really enjoyed building this. I thought it turned out pretty good. Let me know what you guys think. If there's any other kind of builds you guys want me to do, I'm probably going to do a like wall around this settlement just to make it look a little bit more built up, because that's kind of what it's become, is this huge settlement, really built up. But we'll see how that goes. But let me know what you guys think, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Have a good one.